we should make an exception for two more places. That is, one is Kashi, Janambhoomi, and the second one is Mathura. And the Hindu community, they should not go beyond that one.
Two questions for you. One is for a layman. For a layman, what do we say from both the excavations, the 76, 77 excavations that you were a part of, and later the excavation that Mr. Mani, it was led the excavation on the directions of the High Court.
Yeah.
If you have to explain it to a layman, what would you say? And how does it prove that, what is the oldest link that there is a mosque, and what is the oldest link of a temple, and how is it connected to Lord Ram?
See, you have up to 14th century, the evidence goes up to 14th century BC. I'm talking about 14th century BC. So far, on the basis of the excavation, we could go up to 14th century
so
BC.
Excavations have proved up to 14th century BC.
Century BC. Yeah. Okay. That is the most important thing. But the temple which immediately preceded the mosque, that belongs to 12th century AD, not BC, 12th century AD. But below that also there were so many other temples. A circular temple was there, many other temples were there. So it was on the basis of all these things, the ASI had come to Dr. Mani had come to that conclusion. And the earlier Professor B. Bilal had come to the conclusion. And this was something, where the Muslim community was ready to part with, also ready to have come into a kind of compromise also. But they were misguided by a group of people.
That is exactly my second question. Question. I am butting in so that you can actually respond to that as well. Do you think they were misguided and somewhere the best interest did not lay in what they do? In fact, they ended up hurting the cause of harmony and the social fabric of the country in what they did?
Yes. They have damaged the social fabric of the entire country, because now the whole country is now divided in between Muslims and Hindu community. And the damage has been caused by the communist group of historians.
The Marxist historians, as you call them.
Yeah, the Marxist historian. Now they may not be there in the picture because the brunt of the whole thing has to be borne by the general Muslim community. If you go to different parts of the country, because I have been to different parts of the country, and especially in the rural parts of the country, the condition of the Muslim community is very bad. And everything depends upon, because of this particular ayodhya and other sites. So if both the communities had come together, and if a healing process had started, it is a civilizational wound. That civilizational wound has to be healed up. And the main the initiative should have come from the Muslim community. Because I admit during when Muslims came to India, a number of temples have been destroyed. Massacres have taken place, I admit it. But I also say that present-day Muslims are not responsible for the barbarism of the Muslims of 12th century. But then there is a condition from my side, that the moment you try to justify those things, then you are also responsible for that. So that should not be there. Because I was for a long time, I was in Goa. Goa is a Portuguese, once upon a time it was ruled by the Portuguese. They have done more violence than the Muslim community. But none of them justify those things, whatever had taken place during the 15th and 16th century. So the Muslims also, they should realize the new reality.
Acknowledging the past and moving ahead in a harmonious
way. We should acknowledge the past. Some mistakes have taken place, because that was mostly from disparate people. Afghan people, they were coming.
So because there is one last question that I need to put out here, put to you. Yeah. Because you have sided with truth. You
Yes.
were just a probationary officer. You were on probation that time when you risked
Progression. Yes.
everything. You risked your
Yeah.
career, you
Yeah.
risked
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
for the
Yeah. Yeah.
stand you took.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
very courageous of you. I mean, like this. That is why the story doesn't get completed without talking to you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there are other temples as well where it
Yeah.
is visible that they were built on
Yeah.
temples, whether
Yeah.
destroyed actively and built, or they were
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
constructed with the
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, Mathura is one such,
Yes. Yes.
and you have Kashi. So
Yes.
what do you say on those sites?
Yes. We should not make a long list. That is very wrong. But at the same time, these three places, Kashi, because I have seen it several times. I was closely associated with the mosque also, and also with the temples also. So Kashi is one thing. Whenever you see that Nandi, the Shringara Gaudi of Kashi Vishwanath, and that is just looking towards the mosque. And my heart bleeds. So if my heart bleeds, what would be the condition of a ordinary Hindu? He is going through an excruciating pain he is going through. I've seen that one. Similarly, Mathura also, because I was posted in Agra and have seen all those places very closely. So I am of the opinion of course, we have got the Religious Act of 1991, according to which the exception is given only for Ayodhya, but we should make an exception for two more places. That is, one is Kashi, Gyamvati, and the second one is Mathura. And the Hindu community, they should not go beyond that one. They should be made an exception. They should say, oh, all right, let us not go beyond that one. And the RSS Sarpan Chatterjee himself has said that we should not go and look whether there is a Shivlinga behind every mosque. That should not be. So we have to have, because it's a civilizational move. It is not the making of you and me. But we can heal it. That healing process has to start from the Muslim community. You remove these communist historians, it would be easy. That is what I feel whenever I look and I discuss the issues with the other members of the Muslim community. You should not allow them to provoke, but they would always come in and they would get them and they would try to provoke the Muslim community. Without them, you have a discussion with them and let the Muslim and Hindus come together. The reconciliation has to start, and then let us move ahead. It is not the end of the world.